I'm your host, Logan23. You're joining me for Court of Nightfall, Chapter 17. After a brief stint explaining your plan to your cohorts, you sit in your incredibly high-tech plane and head for Times Square. This thing is incredible. It can go faster than the speed of sound, it can be controlled remotely or on autopilot, and it can even defend itself if we're not at the wheel. You need to christen it. You know, all the best machines have names. You're right. Ask Soren to help name it. I mean, he did get it for you. It only seems fair. How about you name the jet, Jordan? You're the one who claimed it for the rebellion. Ah, but I'm not the leader here. You are, N. I guess so. You know, when I picked N for my alias, it was because of my last name, Knight. Well, it wasn't especially meaningful. You can always change it, you know, and could stand for, well, really anything. What it should stand for is my ideals. Justice, freedom, and a future of peace. That's what I stood for once, when Nightfall still stood. Well, let's worry about this monster of a jet first. I think I've got it. We'll call it Night Raven. It's bold. I like it. I'll spread the word. Andrew leaves to get ready for the battle, while you gear up in your mother's armor. He returns as you approach NYC. Everything's set. We're ready to make our move at any time, N. Oh my god, the one-letter name. And I didn't even pick it. It's just, yeah, just N. You look at the monitors. The plane is hiding in the sky above Times Square, just out of sight, and you look down and see the stage. The orders have a security detail like before, with Ragathan standing and addressing the crowd. 5 prisoners are in chains behind him. Alright, Zoran. Let's light it up. Ooh, I like your armor. Ooh. The Night Raven swoops onto the scene and hovers just above the stage. Powerful engines whipping a stormy wind throughout the streets. You tap your E-glass a few times, and Evie uses some of your hacks to take control of every E-screen and speaker in Times Square. You clear your throat, and your voice is amplified and repeated by every gadget in sight, along with being blasted by the Night Raven's powerful speakers. On every screen, your face is visible. Well, mostly. Thanks to the Easy Dye kit, your face has a slight blur effect applied, making it hard to distinguish any of your features. This aircraft can kill every living thing in the square, Inquisitors. Do not move from your positions if you wish to live. It works. The entire scene freezes. Citizens cower, knights stand their ground and do not move. Ragathan glares. Well, it's now or never. Let's hope I know what I'm doing. You square your shoulders and walk out of the cockpit slowly and confidently, a ramp descending below you. You hear the gasps and murmurs from the crowd as you descend onto the stage. Ragathan steps forward, fear and disgust in his eyes. What is the meaning of this? I'm here for the 5 innocent Zeniths you're trying to murder today. Release them to me and no harm will come to the city. Never! They are guilty, murderous rebels. Who are you? Tell him your name. You don't know me, Head Inquisitor? I think I know of you, Whispers. From my sources, your name is N. You throw back your head and laugh, trying to sound as though you're overflowing with bravado. You dart your eyes across the crowd and notice the civilians are entranced, hanging on every word, just like you'd hoped. You're wrong, Ragathan. I'm not N. I was, but no longer. As of this moment, I am the death of the Orders. I am the rind of your reign of terror. I am the hope of all Zenith. Okay, you kind of use the Dragon Ball Goku line. I'll let it pass just this once. You flex and feel the warm sensation of two glorious wings materializing from your back. You spread them wide and stare Ragathan in the face. I am the rebirth of Niflheim, and beginning today, my name, is Nightfall.
No, it can't be. Inquisitors, move! Surround her!
I'm in a bind. Call tricks and stage a distraction. And remember, once you use your powers once, or maybe an ability you can never use them again, fall back. Spread your wings flying into the air above the crowd of guards who move to seize you. With your sword drawn, you look down over the stage as you glide just out of range. You tap the e-glass and max out the volume of all the screens and speakers in the square. You take a deep breath. Are you so mad with power that you cannot see the truth? My kind have inventoried your ranks, Ragathan. Inquisitors, there are Niflheim among you as we speak. They are lying in wait, ready to see which decision you make. The soldiers freeze. They are all wary of each other, now unsure if their trusted friends are Niflheim in disguise. I can't believe they believe me. This is going better than I planned. Zornan chimes in over your e-glass.
An impressive tactic, but we cautious. They would gladly sacrifice civilians if it meant capturing us.
I like how he's wearing the hood now.
She's bluffing. Open fire.
Uh-oh. I'd better take to the sky. Those jerks don't have wings. In the crowd. Civilians will want to help me. Calling the Night Raven. It's time for the big guns. Calling the Night Raven. It's time for the big guns. I have to see this thing do its job. You give Evie the command, and Night Raven begins to glow. Its power cells charging for a massive blast. Instead of firing the hatch, the door opens, a familiar face jets across the sky. Zoran charges in from the side, cutting laterally across a cannon, prepped on the far edge of the stage with his legendary wing blade. The cannon splits in half and falls from the stage with a loud crash. With flares, Zoran glides over and perches on a nearby fire escape balcony, flexing his brilliant obsidian wings in full view of the stunned crowd below. The stage monitors flash between images of you and Andrew Zoran. Everyone is captivated. You don't blame them.
To Niflheim. How many of you are there?
You should thank my friend over there, Inquisitor. If that cannon had fired, I would have slaughtered you. How many Niflheim do I have, you ask? Tell me what you've been rehearsing. Why do you care? Are you terrified of what my army can do? Because you should be. Hearing their cue, a gang of black-hooded members of the crowd step forward, holding swords. It's Trix, TR, and the rest of their crew, keeping up the illusion of more hidden Niflheim waiting to strike. Right on time. Now he'll think we have a whole squad of Niflheim. This was why I needed the rebels. They've got the numbers. The soldiers stand silent, some shaking in their metal armor. You notice Jax standing to the side of Ragathan. Your heart drops to your stomach. Why is he here? Of all the days to be a guardian on duty. Why today? I can't let this faze me. Ragathan's jaw tenses. The city is quiet. He knows he is outmatched. If he has to face an army of Niflheim, which is what he now believes you have.
Fine. Take your disgusting zenith cripples, and then take your leave, Nightfall. Sir Lux, escort the prisoners to the Niflheim.
You see a few conflicting emotions flash across Jack's face as he nods and grabs the chains of the 5 prisoners on the stage. He walks the weak, scared Zeniths towards you. One of them stumbles, Jack catches him, the crowd is silent. Zoran chimes in your ear.
Stay alert, Nightfall. I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't either. Remember, Jax has been improved with powers. As if I needed a warning. A few steps later, the prisoners are at your feet. Jax tries to make eye contact with you, but you keep the visor of your helmet low. There's no way he could recognize me. Not in this getup, and especially not with my glamour tech in place. But somehow you get the sense that he knows what lies beneath your armor.
This isn't the way. You should know that.
He moves to hand the prisoners off to you. You reach out, but only for him to grab the hilt of your sword in one swift motion. You push him away, but it's too late. Using his masterful skills, he's placed the gleaming edge of the sword against your throat. Call off your agents, otherwise you die here and now. Not Jax, he's my best friend. My only chance is to kiss him? Bluff. Raise your voice, addressing the crowd despite the trickle of blood on your neck. If this sword slices my throat, every civilian in a mile radius will die by my hand. Or perhaps yours. Jax doesn't move. The sword remains tied at your throat, and you can see the hesitation in his eyes. A bead of sweat drops down his face. The earbud in your ear, broadcasting Evie's signal, makes a crackle. You hear all the voices of your comrades. Zoran is the first to chime in. Nightfall, use your ability. Flip into him. We can rush the agents, but we can't keep them all in check, adds Trix. TR speaks up. I have a clear shot. I can take him out. Your call in. No. Tell your agents to retreat. You'll be taken into custody. You'll save your people. You scoff, even with the sword at your throat. You can't help but laugh. And get executed along with the rest and stand idly while they execute more innocent people? He grits his teeth. This isn't the way to change things, Nightfall. Letting these innocent people die won't change anything, Sir Lux. A gang of officers grabs the chains of the captured Zenith and drags them against a nearby wall. They point their weapons, waiting for Ragathan to give the order to carry out the execution as planned. Count of Nightfall was right all along. Jax is a caged tiger, and I don't think I can change his mind. I'm sorry. Zoran, now! Zoran cast a spot of illusion from his perch upon the balcony, and in a flash of silver light, Jax is blinded. The sword drops to the ground. You swing your arms down and snatch it in midair. You kick Jax away, hoping to fly back around and shield the prisoners, but it's too late. The firing squad has them in position, and they fire. The loud cracks of gunshots are torture to your ears. The innocent Zeniths drop one by one, with your ears starting to blur with bitter, angry tears. You pump your wings and soar above the square. Chaos ensues, and you see Inquisition officers aiming at the crowd, while your rebels disperse and take to the alleys. The Knights will kill anyone they might think is a rebel. This is about to be a bloodbath. Retreat. You watch as the soldiers fire into the crowd. You're stunned in the silence. A black-clad woman, blazing red hair, sprints through the crowd to meet you. Nightfall! Everyone's still on the field. What are our orders? Watching the horrific battle scene unfold, you realize that only one option remains. Pull back. Get our people to safety. Okay, I'll coordinate the rebels from afar. Our core team can leave now on the Night Raven. Damn. We went through all that to save those 5 people and we couldn't. The two of you rush to the Night Raven and disappear into the evening sky. As you and Zoran strip off your heavy armor, powered down, the team finally has a moment to reflect on the failed mission. Such a waste. Moral seems low. I should... admit that we failed. There's a lot to process. We lost 5 Zeniths and a whole lot of civilians, and even one life is too big a price for the mission. Careful, Nightfall. Wouldn't want to get too idealistic. If I followed that advice, I wouldn't be in charge. Well, rendezvous back at the cathedral. Stay safe, everyone. As you wait for the plane to pilot you back to the base, you bury your face in your hands and sob. I failed them. I failed the rebels. I let down everyone on my team. I let down the Zeniths. And worst of all, I let down Jax. We were supposed to save 5 people today. And instead we saved none, and innocent civilians lost their lives. You heave another sob in your stomach. You can feel the hot stream of tears running down your cheeks. This isn't over. I would hope not. It takes some time, but you make it back to the cathedral. You are joined by your allies. Everyone is tired. Many have cuts, scrapes, and nasty bruises. If I'm being honest, that went better than expected. You force a pained smile. Maybe I was naive to think we could save them. You had to try. What's more important is decided what comes next. What's next? I don't know. I'm all out of ideas. Do any of you have suggestions? It seems your owners are terrified of you, Niflheim. We can use that to our advantage in the future. Andre laughs, waving a hand. What did you think we... Wait, sorry, what? What did you think we only did hours ago? We've already tried that tactic, clearly. You stand up from the table, shaking a little. This is all too much. I have to leave. There's someone I need to speak to. I don't know how long I'll be gone. The table is silent. Trix looks over. I thought we were joining forces in. You promised us 5 new recruits, and now we have none. You can't just walk away and... Look, I promised to help you to fight against the Orders. But right now, I have to leave. Tonight we showed the world that the Inquisition won't hesitate to kill a zenith and human civilians alike if it means saving face. We also showed the world that there's hope. Niflheim aren't gone. Someone is powerful enough to stand against the knighthood. That's a lot for one day. One very bloody, very costly day. Alright, I can't argue with that. You have our contacts in your e-glass. Call us when you're ready for the next steps. TR seems to be in a bit of a huff about it, but you see the kindness in Trix's eyes. Zorn is beaming with pride. He stands up from the table and walks out with you. Once you're out of sight and earshot of your rebel comrades, he slips off his mask and talks quietly in your ear. I'll take care of the Night Raven in your absence, and Scarlet, I need to say... You see a sincere joy in his eyes. Thank you. The return of Niflheim could not have been more pleasing for me. You've shone bright, a beacon of hope for our kind. You are truly becoming an incredible Niflheim. Stay silent. Smile back wordlessly, your wings unfurling as you dash into the night sky. As you start to rise, Zorn tosses you a wrapped package, and you pause. Is this... Why would Zorn give me a dagger? It's beautiful, but... Must be for protecting myself at Castle Vianney. It's true that I can't reveal my Niflheim powers while I'm there. You're grateful for his kindness. It gives you a lot to think about as you soar across the landscape. A few hours pass and you drop down just outside Castle Vianney and hit a few settings on your e-glass. I've removed your disguise, Scarlet. Open this program again when you're ready to go undercover. Thanks, Evie. Feels like it's been ages since I was myself. Guess it's time to go back. It's true, we haven't seen her in, a couple chapters looking... Well, I wouldn't say a couple, but it feels like... You make your way into the castle. It's late at night with no one wandering the grounds, except for one mysterious figure. As you creep around the corner, you see him. It's Ragathan, moving in from office to office, no doubt up to something sinister. You're hiding something sinister, too. You pull the dagger from your pocket and take a deep breath. You hold the blade aloft, imagining yourself plunging it into the deep, into the wicked heart of an evil man. With vigor swelling in your chest, you take a step forward. Suddenly, you're caught from behind. Someone grabs your hand. Who? Scarlet? The light of the moon casts shadows around you, but as he steps forward, you see the face of your best friend. This isn't right, Scarlet. What does he mean? Let me go, Jax. Ragathan has to pay. He murdered people today, and you helped him. How could you let him kill innocent Zeniths, especially when you're a Zenith too? I had to follow orders, Star. I didn't want to, but You push him away, clutching the dagger to your chest. Tears are streaming down his face, and it's not long before they are streaming down yours too. Jax is hurting. I'll confront him. None of this is okay. Listen, Jax, we need to talk. You can see the concern in his eyes. He gives you a solemn nod, and you start to walk together. You hold hands and make your way around the castle square, finally ending up in your dorm room. You talk about the day's events for what seems like hours. We can change things, Star. We can replace people like Ragathon, and we won't execute people who don't deserve it. What about Nightfall? The Council will deal with her. Whether you like it or not, she tried to save innocent lives today. Isn't that worth something? All she did was reveal herself to be a terrorist willing to sacrifice others for her goals. It's not any more fair than what Ragathon's view. You feel the anger boiling up inside you. It feels like you could explode at any moment. That's enough, Jax. It's time for you to go to your own room. Wait, Scarlet. He holds your hand tight. I know we might disagree on this, but I respect you. You're still my best friend, and I don't want Nightfall coming between us. Too late. He leans in and kisses your cheek. Good night, Star. I'll see you in the morning. If we're still on for that Froyo date, that is. I mean, I get it. He's an idealist. Again, I get it. He wants to try and do the best he can with what limited resources he has and things like that, but the thing is you can't always change things from inside. How many people have probably enlisted in the government? And they're like, I'm going to change things for the better. How many people have become a politician and I'm going to change things for the better? And then they get lost in it all. How many politicians can you honestly think of right now that are for the people? They're uncorrupt. You know 110% for a fact they're uncorrupt. They have no one in their pockets. No one. No corporations, no pharmaceutical companies, no nothing. No one has their hands in their pockets. Come on now. You ain't not that naive. Everyone has a hand in someone else's pocket, except for us, the working class, but I digress. I think Jax is he's idealistic, he's a dreamer. He's like me. Unfortunately, there's one day you have to grow up. And hopefully Jax grows up sooner than later. With that being said, I hope you all did enjoy the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description below. Links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Without further ado, I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.